Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So Crypto Insight UK has noticed something interesting. Take a look at this monthly setup, eerily similar to that of 2017. It's crazy how well pullbacks line up with all-time high and price targets too. I personally believe $20 is possible, but $148 per XRP is out of reach. Is XRP about to blow your minds? Well, take a look at what he's noticing here, guys, the fractal pattern that we saw from back in 2017. Now, something that I noticed was, when we go back here, I'm going to take XRP off the hourly, put it back on the daily here, all the way to 2017 when we saw that initial pump for XRP. Right in here, if you guys noticed, here, I'm going to zoom in here and take a look at this. So we talk about this initial pump as, the first leg up here, generally, and then that second leg up after XRP just kind of petered out a bit. Okay, made that second leg up at the end of 2017, and that's when XRP saw its all-time high. What we never seem to acknowledge, though, is this little move here, guys. This initial pump, the really, really big pump here, and so I'm going to bring that fractal pattern over here, and what I'm noticing, guys, is something very, very similar to what we are seeing on the chart today. This move here, guys, is what I'm noticing. And if you take a look at that, I mean, superimposed, it's very, very similar, but I'm just going to put these side by side so that you guys can see. Sharp move up, followed by a very, very sharp move down, and now trying to make its way back up. Take a look at what happened to XRP back in 2017. The exact same thing. That sharp move up, the move down, and now trying to work its way up. So I don't doubt for a second that we could, in fact, be, witnessing something very, very similar. If I throw XRP here on the hourly, you guys can see the hourly trend looking quite positive. And dare I say, are we formulating, another one of these before another blast off top? Well, I mean, all indications suggest that we could be moving in that direction. The fractal pattern certainly does suggest that. Right now, as of the time of this recording, we're seeing XRP trading at around 75.2. So up above that lower level in the demand zone, 72 cents. We were hovering around there. As you guys can see back here, yesterday we did bounce off that support level, and now we're moving up. But ultimately, guys, we got to get above this level up here, which in fact is the localized high for XRP. That's 74.7. So we still have a ways to go, 75.2. We know that can happen essentially in the blink of an eye. We all witnessed it on Thursday. Bitcoin here right now trading at about 30,000. So Bitcoin not doing terribly well. We're not seeing any kind of excitement for the king crypto. Nevertheless, I mean, the XRP community excited about the prospects of what could happen next for XRP. So the market cap, as you guys can see, is down a little bit, down 0.32%, but 24-hour volume is up 21.89%. Bitcoin dominance has slipped a little bit. Within the last 24 hours, we haven't seen much movement even for XRP, although XRP is still up 1.57%. A lot of altcoins are down, up a little bit, down a little bit. So market remaining relatively stagnant. And XRP is the one that is really front and center. Cowboy Crypto here posting this. Okay, an email from Bitrue regarding XRP. I got the same email, guys. For those of you guys following me on my Patreon, you probably know that I am using the Bitrue exchange. So I did receive this same email here. Holdings have increased from under 200 million USDT of XRP to over 800 million USDT of XRP in just the last 2 days. 88% are long. Now check this out. In the past week, we've seen a huge increase in our customers' interest towards XRP. So we wanted to share a few interesting pieces of data with you. And just take a look at that. July 15th and 16th, of course, after we got the verdict right now in our future service, Bitrue users are holding over 800 million USDT of XRP. And our data shows that 88% of users are long on this asset. So I don't know who those poor 12% are, but obviously overwhelming interest in XRP longs, suggesting that the price is going to continue to move up, guys. Michael Branch also bringing this to our attention. So, to get that price up, we're going to need bigger market moves too, okay? That's really going to help us get back up above all-time high. Trillions of dollars could flow to crypto amid ridiculous levels of innovation. Skybridge Capital CEO Anthony Scaramucci is predicting that explosive innovation around digital assets will attract trillions of dollars to the crypto market. So he was on an interview with podcaster Brian Rose. Scaramucci says that crypto has the potential to be more efficient and cost effective than traditional financial systems. And for that reason, digital assets will ultimately gain much wider adoption. Guys, here's a quote. He says, the blockchain and cryptocurrency and Web3 could be bigger than the internet itself. And if you actually understand what's happening, and Mark Anderson said this better than me, he invested in Netscape, the browser, and he is a big part of Web 1. He said, okay, this is bigger than Web 1. Why? Because it's going to disintermediate transactions. It's going to take third parties out of the system. There's going to be a lot of costless things that happen where fees that were once charged by banks and other intermediaries won't be able to be charged because the technology is so good. So, wow, if that's not a glowing endorsement for DLT technology, I do not know what is. And guys, again, remember who is the #1 cryptocurrency partner with banks? You guessed it, Ripple, using their XRP token for that liquidity. He goes on to say, we don't trust each other, but if you have technology that you don't need to trust each other, and you can have this trustless bilateral system where I can transfer value to you, you can transfer value to me without a third party, there will be ridiculous levels of cost savings, and there will be ridiculous levels of economic innovation that get unleashed. He's also saying this, though, I'm here to tell you that 5 years from now or 10 years from now, the stock market will be higher, the NASDAQ will be higher, there'll be greater growth in the cryptocurrency space. Cathie Wood will likely be right in terms of price appreciation. This $900 billion of total market cap could be $3, $4, or $5 trillion in the next couple of years. So he's saying, it's going to grow over 5 to 10, but in the next couple of years, cryptocurrency market could be up nearly to $3, $4, $5 trillion. So that is exactly in line with the bull run and what we are likely to see with crypto moving forward. I mean, XRP is already on this trajectory. Hopefully we do see higher prices, though, beforehand. Anyway, wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Also just wanted to bring this up, guys, a scam targeting Sum Wallet users. So Sum Wallet has come out with this. There is a fake Sum plugin on the App Store. So guys, be careful if you're getting an email or if you see this Sum plugin from the App Store, or the Chrome Web Store rather. It asks you to enter your secret and steals all your funds. We do not offer a browser plugin, and we will never offer a browser plugin. So just to keep you guys aware here, if you are using the Sum Wallet for custody, do not fall for this. They have not released a Chrome Web Store extension. So if you downloaded this, please delete it immediately. Also noticing some positive news coming from Coinbase and Vechain. I know some of you guys are already invested in Vechain. It is one of the cryptocurrencies, just one that I talk about on my Patreon. And, it's been one of the ones that I've been interested in for a while now, even during the last bull run. Well, Coinbase is listing Vechain, guys. Coinbase, one of the largest and most popular cryptocurrency exchanges in the world, has just announced that it is adding 2 new altcoins. And one of them, guys, is Vechain. The other one, VThor. So the cryptocurrency associated with Vechain as well, which are part of Vechain. I guess VET has passed the non-security test too. Let's just bring up Vechain real quickly here. Did we see a pump for Vechain based on the news? Let me throw it on the daily here. Not so much. Okay, on the daily, Vechain right now trading just shy of 2 cents, 0.0194. So Vechain, though, again, another one of those cryptocurrencies where I see a tremendous value opportunity. Right now, I mean, we're down about 93% off its high from 2021. I think that's a great opportunity to buy. And, the fact, too, that we're now seeing it on a major exchange in the United States, that is going to open up the capability for more people to purchase this particular cryptocurrency moving forward. So a sneak peek into my Patreon. I know, a lot of you guys have probably already know that I'm into Vechain, and that's just one of the picks that I have chosen on my Patreon. If you guys are interested in following me on my trading journey, you can sign up today. And so I got to let everybody know you will be charged today the $5 and then on the 1st of every month. So August 1st moving forward. The benefit of that, you're charged today and you can see, all the picks and everything that I've chosen and all the updates for the last several months. And then, of course, moving forward, you guys will be getting info on any other coins that I'm going to be trading, target exit strategies. And this is, a bit of an ongoing event. Working with the market, everything is very fluid. So if that is something you guys are interested in, you can follow me, Working Money Channel, on Patreon. And this, guys, we recently got an update here from FNA. Now, I know you guys probably saw the video I did. Cypress Domenicor originally posted this and noticed that on the FNA website, Ripple was listed. Well, check this out, guys. I released that video about 9 days ago. If you scroll down here, now the Ripple logo is gone. Replaced by UK Finance. The Department of Defense was listed over here. Ripple was right in the middle down here in the bottom. Cypress Domenicor says, so they took Ripple off the website after my video went viral, and people are claiming it's because they aren't interested in Ripple. But guess what? He's got some information that may suggest otherwise. Listen to this.
These wholesale CBDC based cross-border systems. And I think SWIFT will always be be here. I mean, Swift is just a messaging system. It doesn't transfer anything. But anytime you've got a payment to settle an asset transaction or whatever, you need a Swift. It involves a Swift message. I used to work at the Bank of Canada on the foreign exchange desk. You live and breathe Swift. The only thing I can see on the horizon is you've got, say, Ripple. Ripple has a competing project called RippleNet.
Ripple has a competing project called RippleNet. Now, this was a discussion that they just had a few weeks ago. This is directly from the FNA. They can't delete their words. Nothing happens by coincidence, says Cyprus Dominion Core here on Twitter. They don't want you to know. It is interesting. I mean, quite curious that they decided to delete this. Of course, here's the video that I did just talking about that. And if I scroll through here, you guys can see I was talking about that. Just going to play you guys a brief clip from this. The interesting point, though, that I wanted to mention here is that none of us were really talking about this organization, FNA, and yet they have a clear-cut connection to Ripple. You guys can see that down here, trusted by the world's leading central banks, financial institutions, and national security organizations. And you guys can see some of their main partners here directly on the list. Ripple noted here directly beside the Department of Defense for the US and right underneath the Department of the Treasury. So guys, that is huge. It is huge. I was even noticing that guys out there like Crypto Hulk were saying that, this has to do with national security organizations, and maybe that's why they were removed. Because, the cat is out of the bag. Now XRP has clarity. I wonder what the FNA is cooking up now. So just an update that I thought I'd bring to you guys, and Cyprus Dominion Core here, I think, has nailed it here. I don't think it's because they're not interested anymore. I think it's because now that the spotlight is on Ripple and XRP, now that we have clarity, I think things are about to get real very, very soon. So I wanted to thank Cyprus Dominion Core here on Twitter, Kamal Garrickley here on Twitter, and of course the Sun Wallet just for updating us on the latest. So what else is happening, guys? Apparently Gary Gensler came out and gave a statement. Finally, we were waiting for Gensler's statement. This on the heels, guys, of new information from the office of Judge Annalisa Torres. Now Judge Netburn orders both Ripple and the SEC to agree on 3 mutually convenient dates to schedule a settlement conference if they believe it to be productive at this time. They're also recommending scheduling 6 to 8 weeks beforehand due to the court's busy schedule. So that is the latest, guys, from this document down here. I will link all of this in the description, and we're going to get to that in a second. I think Gary Gensler wasn't too happy, though, about the ruling. This from XRP Crypto Wolf. SEC's Gensler disappointed by part of Ripple's XRP judgment, still assessing opinion. So he came out essentially on Monday, which was yesterday, and said that he was disappointed with the district court's decision in the Ripple case regarding retail investors, but pleased with the part of the order which found that institutional sales of the tokens did violate federal securities laws. As we all know, Ripple did win a partial victory, and Gary Gensler's statement is here, guys. Digital Asset Investor posting it. Gary's comments on Ripple's loss. Listen to how he's trying to spin this thing. Pathetic, Gary, just pathetic.
How does the federal court ruling last week in the Ripple case impact your stance toward digital asset regulation? Does it inject urgency into the need for federal legislation to clarify regulatory oversight of this industry?
Look, our mission remains exactly what I spoke about earlier, about investor protection, promoting capital formation, and the markets in the middle. This is a recent decision, just a handful of days ago. We were pleased from that decision, recognizing the importance of protecting investors on the institutional investors in that, and that the court movement with regard to fair notice, and while disappointed on what they said about retail investors, we're still looking at it and assessing that opinion.
Looking at it and assessing that opinion, but I mean, decision's already been made. I did a video yesterday where I talked about the likelihood that the SEC might appeal the decision, and if you guys didn't catch that, I will link that up here in the top right-hand corner. I guess I should ask, do you guys click on those links that I link in the top right-hand corner? I feel like I do it to make it easier to find the videos that I'm talking about. Tell me down in the comments if you guys do. I like doing it. I feel like, if I were watching the video, I would want the reference right there for me. And I guess while we're at it, tell me if you guys do check out the links in the description of the video to go back to some of these tweets or some of these videos or some of these articles that I'm constantly posting. Because, I like to hear from my viewers. I want to hear, do you guys use those resources? Please do let me know. Anyway, Gary Gensler here, he looked a little shaken. He didn't look too terribly confident. He was, We got Crypto Nim down here saying, lots of hand wringing. Not a terribly confident, little piece of body language there. 801 Crypto saying, is this Gary and the SEC filing an appeal? Can someone ask a Bitcoiner? Everybody's going to have their opinion on this. Mickey B. Fresh saying, Gary Gensler, read them and weep. Judge Torres just crushed your ridiculous crusade against crypto in one fell swoop. That was an embarrassing comment. Now Coinbase attorneys can deal the final blow. XRP has regulatory clarity. It is the law of the land. XRP is a digital token and is not in of itself a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract. Boy, I think maybe some people in the XRP community might print this out and frame this one day. Anyway, so, that's what Gary said. Back to the possibility, though, of settlement. As I mentioned, Eleanor Turret did post this. She did reiterate, though, to be clear, Judge Netburn is suggesting that both sides agree on some possible dates for a settlement meeting, if they believe it to be productive at this time. So, now this begs the question, is the rest of the case going to be settled sooner than we think? Now that we have the final ruling out, are we going to see a settlement sooner? Yesterday we were talking about an appeal, but there could also be a settlement. This doesn't mean we'll see a settlement in 6 to 8 weeks. It means that if they do decide on a date, it will have to be scheduled 6 to 8 weeks in advance if the desired due date to the court's busy schedule. In the meantime, one or both sides could refuse to hold a settlement conference or simply fail to come to an agreement when they have the conference, or they could both potentially come to a settlement agreement, always asking the lawyers down here. So she tags James K. Filan here, John Deaton, Jeremy Hogan, Mark Fagel, John Reed Stark, and Meta Lawman on Twitter. Crypto Eddie also commenting, it ain't over till it's over, so we still have yet to see the final result. It's over for XRP, but not for Ripple, says Chip here on Twitter. If the SEC decides to appeal, the process could extend into years. It seems logical to expect that Congress would intervene before such a lengthy process passes, doesn't it? Surely they would, wouldn't they? Interesting question. Bubba Cug saying, it's over. I don't know, but it's over. Brad doesn't do what he did if it wasn't. Stuart wouldn't do what he did if it wasn't either. Bearable Guy wouldn't do what he did if it wasn't. For XRP hodlers, you're good to go. The rest is just semantics. And I think, to a degree, I think 85, 90%, he's right on this. XRP's gotten clarity. So that is the biggest part that, us as XRP holders should be concerned with. Jack the Rippler also posting this. Boom, Judge Torres has referred the Ripple case to Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn. So Sherry here also commenting, there's a properly timed boom. The parties will only meet and talk. So we got to remember that is the big thing here. If they believe it would be productive at this time. We don't even know if they do believe this and, what they are suggesting moving forward. So let's take a look. Fred Rispoli here did comment on this. They will likely schedule one so as not to anger the courts, but it will go about as well as the last two settlement conferences went before. Settlement only happens when both parties finally reach the compromise each can stomach. So Freddie Riz here saying, he's not terribly confident that, at this point in the game, the two parties will settle. Remember, this would be 6 to 8 weeks, based on the court's schedule. So we wouldn't even see a scheduled settlement until 6 to 8 weeks down the road. But considering what we were talking about the other day with regards to an appeal, is a settlement more likely now? Freddie Riz saying, if they haven't settled by now, chances are they won't. A compromise likely further away, so maybe this is just, the court's way of staying diplomatic, saying, this is the process. Should both parties want to settle? I don't know. It seems like from this clip here, Gary Gensler is likely looking to appeal. But guys, it's really not going to matter for us. Retail hodlers, Judge Netburn has already judged in our favor, and the price of XRP is hopefully going to continue to move up. We're already faring very well, guys, on the 1 hour. XRP has just moved up a little bit since the time I started recording this video, up to 75.8 right now. Nike swoosh pattern in full effect. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.